Please start.
Yeah, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, please start.
Yeah. So this is just a case report of a girl, an adolescent girl who presented with a restrictive cardiomyopathy phenotype with a novel combination of an FLNC gene mutation and a BAC3 gene mutation. Now, this girl presented to us 1 year back with a history of palpitation off and on and easy fatigability. Uh, Otherwise, she did not have any episode of syncope or arrhythmia or anything like that documented in the past. Echo showed restrictive cardiomyopathy features. We did a whole exome sequencing, which shows the presence of mutation in FLNC's gene and a BAC3 gene mutations. These mutations were detected individually in asymptomatic father and mother, respectively. The child was kept on medical management, and she was bereft of any symptoms after 3 to 4 months. So this was just a report showing the novel combination of these two gene mutation. We did a whole exome. The child was evaluated with biochemical parameters, with a normal liver and renal function test, with normal electrolytes. Thyroid function test was normal. ECG showed a normal sinus rhythm with a right axis deviation and a left atrial enlargement. The Holter monitoring did not reveal any arrhythmias. Chest X-ray was normal. An echocardiography showed a dilated atrium left more than the right with mild TR and a peak gradient of 3 meter per second. Mild mitral regurgitation and a good biventricular systolic function. Doppler study was suggestive of restrictive physiology. Child underwent cardiac catheterization for hemodynamic studies, which showed mildly elevated pulmonary artery pressure, which was 1/3 of systemic pressures. Right and left ventricular pressure tracing showed concordance, and the systolic area index was 0.98, favoring an RCM. Whole exome sequencing of the patient showed mutations in FLNC genes, 5707G more than A, with glutamine 1903 and lysine and BAC3 gene mutation. The Sanger sequencing revealed heterozygous copy of the same variant at exon 3 in BAC3 gene. Sanger sequencing was done in father, which was positive for mutations in FLNC gene, while it was negative for BAC3 mutations of the index patient. The Sanger sequencing of the mother showed the presence of mutations in BAC3 genes. Echocardiography and the ECG was done on the parents and the younger siblings, which was normal. The child was started on tablet atenolol, tablet furosemide initially, which was reduced on symptom improvement, and tablet ecosprin. She had improved to NYHA class 1. The parents were counseled for the long-term prognosis. She is now on follow-up for the past 2 years, and she is doing well, otherwise asymptomatic. So basically, this report was to brought about this novel combination of FLNC and BAC3 mutation, which we found in this patient. So as we see, pediatric RCM is a rare cardiomyopathy with a worse prognosis, and genetic mutations in sarcomeric protein constitutes an important etiology subset. With expanding knowledge, the mutation spectrum has been extended to structural, cytoskeletal, and variant of unknown significances. Now, refined understanding of the disease reveals that the combination of mutations are often triggering the phenotype. The present case report is just showing a novel amalgamation of two mutations which are inherited from the asymptomatic parents, and it just widens the genetic spectrum of the disease. Sir, I finished my presentation.
Dr. Vivek, what is